like the ball cap, though, Jay.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
It's a handsome one.
I like it too.
Mm-hmm. What do you got there? What is that?
Mountain Dew. He's drinking Mountain Dew.
No,
what's it on his head?
What's on my head? This is the 1911 or maybe 1917 Columbia Commies is what the hat I'm wearing right now. They were like a minor league team from Columbia, South Carolina. And they were the commissioners, and they shortened it to commies for a year.
Good idea. But that played well.
You know what? Let's just have a red star on there.
A red star? Call ourselves the commies.
I see nothing that might be upsetting about this. Okay. What kind of shirt you got on there, Gare?
Well, I've got a Russian hockey jersey.
We're all commie here.
For the hockey jersey.
How did we get so communist?
I don't know. It's just happening.
We've always been.
Yeah, we're I mean, don't you have a Che Guevara tattoo too?
Yeah, that's on your arm.
That's Carmelian.
There's a bunch of communists here on this podcast.
Yeah. You should change this podcast again, third time.
Yeah.
Commicast.
The Commicast. Red Rants.
Red Rants.
Yep.
Red Rants on Commicast.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you another thing about healthcare.
Let me say,
oligarchy.
Let me put my 2 cents in about Luigi.
Our special guest tonight, Karl Marx.
We call him Hot Carl on the show. Hot Carl Marx.
Hot Karl Marx.
This is a show about sports uniforms and aesthetic.
Want to get it going here?
This is whip it out, Jay. Whip it out, kiddo.
Whip. Hey everyone, and welcome to Uni-Versed, the podcast for sports fans who appreciate team aesthetics more than they do a winning record. I'm Jay Danger, and I'm joined as always by Gary Branville and Andy Downs. Boys, we're back. We took a few weeks off after the Uni Bowl, and we're back and refreshed, ready to talk about some hockey unis on today's episode. But before we do, what have you guys been up to these, I don't know, it's been over a month since the last time we've done an episode.
Been a long time.
It's been a long time. That seems wild.
It's nice to see you guys, I'll say that.
It really is.
Yeah.
I've missed you.
Yeah.
Missed you, babe.
Missed you, yeah. I went to fucking Europe.
You guys have been traveling the globe.
Yeah. Jay was all over the place too, weren't you?
New Orleans.
Yes, you were. How was New Orleans?
New Orleans was really cool. You were in Europe. I felt like I was in kind of a little Europe as well. Sure. Like New Orleans is kind of a cool town.
Refined and elegant.
Yeah,
I think they call it Stinky France. Isn't that
France?
What it is? Yeah.
I think they call it Little Shittily.
It's just like the French Quarter area is like. It reminded me of when I've been to like Italy, like just the small walkable like streets with little shops, and it's really cool. Just we walked around each night and just popped into different jazz clubs and had a drink and watched some cool jazz music, and it was a fun time. We didn't really have like an agenda of a ton of things to do, so we just kind of took it all in as much as we could while we were there, and
that's great.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'd go back and find spots I didn't hit before. Yeah. So,
did all that jazz music make you think of the Utah Jazz at all?
Yeah.
It did.
Did it make you think of basketball in Utah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder what the mailman Malone's doing right now.
Now this is where Karl Malone should be.
Yeah,
This is what you know what? Is this song this song does remind me of John Stockton.
It does. But when we were there,
Totally. Jazz, baby.
That's jazz, baby. Hey, that's just jazz, baby.
The show is kind of jazz, you know?
Yeah, this is jazz.
This is we're just doing jazz right now.
Yeah.
Because it's all improvised. It's all improvised.
Verbal jazz.
This is verbal jazz. That's all we're doing
Hit
right
me,
now.
Jay.
Papa. That's little jazz note for you.
Little jazz.
That's right. Skit, scat, scoobity boop bow. Let's go.
When you get in that Spotify and they're asking for categories of this, like how to describe this podcast, add jazz.
Yeah. You should put us in the jazz category.
Verbal jazz.
All right.
But there's some musical. You were being musical.
It's still a little musical. Papa.
Yeah. Yeah, we play a lot of R. Kelly on this podcast.
Yeah.
Speaking of passports, you and getting shots, Dr. Zun, Andy, you had to use your passport.
I did. It was right after we talked about getting my shots and passport.
Yeah,
and I did. Yeah, I went to the UK. I went to.
Did you bring any
Germany?
girls back with you to America?
No. No one had their shots.
No, they didn't.
No one got the shots. So
Everyone had their passport, but no one had their shots.
just one check.
They didn't want to come with Rob.
No. Rob left him there.
Where else did you go? You two go
Germany.
to Germany?
Yeah,
Okay.
Germany. Yeah, and I flew. I was technically in real France, not stinky France. No,
Stinky France, like Jason.
I just went there for transfer
France?
there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just
Where the Fleur de Lis is from?
airport there. Yeah, that's right.
Did you get a passport stamp in there?
I did get one stamp. I was like going
In
through.
France?
No, I got it in Germany actually.
I did that when we went to. We didn't even do anything in Iceland, but our plane landed in Iceland before we went to Finland. I'm like, ooh, getting the passport stamped in Iceland. Check. Nowhere else I got it stamped. Just Iceland, and we were only at the airport.
Yeah, I know. Because I went to landed in London first, and I was like, what the fuck? Am I not going to get a stamp? I was like, my passport's just fucking bare. Yeah. And I got there. I got there like 7 hours before I had to get on a train. So I just I had a cab driver or Uber driver actually drop me down like really close to Buckingham Palace and Big Ben and all that. And I was like, you know what? It's like 6 a.m. I'm going to go get a proper English breakfast. So he dropped me off at the Old Queen. Yeah, the Old Queen Cafe. No, I got
beans on toast or some poor shit.
No, I got a nice cup of Earl Grey. Which I like.
Did you get it hot?
Yeah, I did. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. And I sure did.
Did you ask to get milk put in it and really set those people off?
They brought the milk to me and the bowl full of sugar lumps. Yeah.
They saw you're a fat American ass coming in there.
Yeah. Boy, look at this fat American. We gotta give him more milk.
That's exactly what they said.
He's got all his teeth. It's fucking wanker.
Yeah, that's exactly what they said.
Probably gets in those teeth with all that milk he's been drinking. We better put some milk on that little teeth for him.
You hear about the Oasis reunion? The fucking Gallagher's.
Yep.
Hey, bro.
This is good.
All of our listeners in England are just going to really hate us.
Yeah, I had eggs Benedict. If you want to know, that was.
Is that an English breakfast?
I don't know if that's English.
Everywhere I had breakfast in that country, there was a fucking Benedict of some sort on the menu.
I suppose like Benedict was like on the British side, so they really loved Benedict.
He's a real hero over there.
He's a real hero. Yeah.
Oh, they name every breakfast food. How'd you like your eggs? Eggs Benedict. And how'd you like
your sausage?
That's Benedict. Sausage Benedict. If you please.
That's right. Yeah. No, it was good. It was good. I walked around for a while. Didn't know it was Remembrance Day when I got there, so there's just tons of old fucking veterans in the streets.
Their poppies on.
Wearing their poppies, yeah. I grabbed one.
Did you?
I poppied up.
You poppy up. Good for you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Did you say you're welcome for us bailing you out of that war?
Yeah, I did it to every veteran I walked by. You know, hello, how are you, sir? And I was like, hey, you're welcome, buddy.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
2 times we bailed you out.
Yeah.
When you go to Europe on these trips, and it's for work, obviously.
Yep.
But you're not working all day, babe. Does the wife get jealous that you're globetrotting and she's sitting back
Here's
here?
the deal. I actually was working all fucking day when I was there every day.
24 hours?
No, not 24 hours, but I mean...
Like, you putting in 10 or you putting in 8?
I was putting in at least 10.
Really?
And then I got to go to dinner afterwards with my colleagues. Yeah. I'm sure she'd rather be there, you know. But
she's if Catherine would be insanely jealous.
No, I mean, we've talked about it. I think, you know, next year when I go a little bit longer, or I'll go a little bit earlier, and, you know, we'll make a trip out of it. Hey, gonna report we've got a new listener.
You do?
Oh,
yes.
I hope it's some European that you picked up over there.
No, it is my my mother-in-law said that she that she listened to it, and her
surprise. If you know her, it's no surprise. This is right up her alley.
Yeah, yeah, I know. No, her and Mark, Joan and Mark, they did say their notes were that I have a natural radio voice. That I'm just perfect.
Wait, you are the star of the show.
Right? But I also need to. I know that's what I said. You know, I said, well, obviously I am the star. So, but no, the other note was that I swear too much. I say the f word too much. So,
oh yeah, you talk about your dick a little too much.
Tell her not to fucking listen. Tell her to turn it fucking off. Then
we're pretty good at retaining listeners.
Yeah, we can afford to lose a few.
Yeah. We're really doing it for ourselves anyway. We don't really want listeners, so we got to scare them off when we get them.
Jacob,
I don't know.
You still out there?
Yeah, I don't know. I bet Jacob ever listens every once in a while. He just isn't as vocal about it anymore. He doesn't want anyone to know that he listens.
Yeah, that's wishful thinking.
He doesn't want to be known as the listener.
The listener.
I
got outed. We hosted Thanksgiving at our house.
Oh,
so like my Daniel and Rudy came up, and then I don't know how it got brought up, but I got outed. My family. I wasn't telling anybody about this podcast.
You're out of the closet now? Oh,
I'm out. I'm outed as a podcaster.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
You'd be outed as
as a middle-aged white male to be outed as a podcaster.
Jeez,
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah. So I don't know, Rudy. I sent Rudy's like, "What's the name of your podcast?" And I sent him the link. Yeah. Crickets, and heard nothing. So, well, I don't think I brought a new listener.
No,
I don't think Rudy's listening.
I accidentally brought it up at work one day, and so I'm really hoping that my coworkers aren't listening to this.
Because you can't be like, nah, I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Yeah. I had mentioned something about, you know, like, oh, yeah, on the podcast. And like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, yeah, like.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone knows the podcast. When you're talking about the podcast, they all know it's Uni-Versed.
Jay's in the middle of offing some dogs. I'm like, you know what? They joke about this on the podcast all the time. Night, Fido.
I was actually thinking about the other day, Jay. So when you got a lot of them too, did you just like shove them all into the oven at the same time, or is it like,
were you when you were thinking about that? Was that when you were in Germany? Was it now?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Or I was just wondering if you like cattle prod them in to their death.
That would work too. That would work too.
Or do you have another herding dog?
Oh,
yeah, we have corgis that just like circle around them
that wear Grim Reaper capes.
Super cute.
They have little Grim Reaper capes on, herding them into to their death.
God, is it cute? But God, is it cute?
Yeah, so cute. We thought we were gonna have to bring Ruby to you, Jay. Have you take care of Ruby for us?
Oh,
yeah, she had a couple of strokes. She had one while I was in Europe, and
really?
yeah, she was all fucked up, like ramming her head into the wall and stuff. Like
Oh, no.
Andrew was texting me pictures of stuff. Like she kept getting like stuck in random places where she was trying to go between the slats and the stair railing, trying to fit between them, and then like fall to her death basically. Like doing all kinds of weird shit. And so they brought her. Andrea brought her into the only emergency vet that we have in Rochester for some reason right now. He's this old Vietnam vet. He lives on the south of town, and it's like she described it as like when you drive into his driveway, it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre looking. So she had to bring Ruby there at night. She went with her dad because obviously he's like an old white haired creepy fucking dude, and he's a farm vet. Right. And so they go into his office, and it's full. He's got his desk there, and it's full of he's just got guns and ammo all over the fucking place, and used syringes. Your house, Randy. Yeah, it's a lot like my house, but so she was used to it. But no, and there's used syringes all over the place too. Jeez Louise. And so yeah, but I guess the guys are great though. He just works until they stop, until the animals stop coming in, and he's like, yeah, she had a stroke. Gave her a shot. Gave her some pills for, I don't know, some prednisone and stuff like that. And it all, like the whole fucking visit, all the shots and the pills and everything costed like $60. The guy was just,
really?
Yeah, wow, it was just like an emergency visit. Yeah, it's great. It is good. But yeah, then she bounced back, was doing good for like a couple weeks, then fucking had another one. And we were like, okay, she's looking like she's probably going to go now. And now she's fucking fine again. Now she's like playing with the toy or running around doing her thing. I mean, you can tell she's not all there anymore. Like she's
a little rattled.
Yeah, I mean, she can't hear it. She's completely deaf now.
Really?
And she's just a little more instinct driven than she was before, where it's like, oh, you're in the kitchen. I'm going to go beg, and hopefully there's some food there. And then I'm going to go lay back down.
Yeah.
So, but she goes to the bathroom, scratches the door and shit. So she's not ready to see the corgis of death yet, at least. So. But I'll let you know though. Maybe you can give me a discount when it's time.
Yeah, we'll see.
Should we dive into the Uni-Verse?
Yeah. All right. Let's get into today's main discussion. We're going to talk today about hockey uniforms. We're going to look at the uni reveals for the PWHL and the NHL Winter Classic. By my count, we have 8 teams to discuss today, so we'll have to strap on some skates and drop the puck, or whatever you do in the old.
Get your strap on.
Get your strap on. Whatever hockey players do, we'll have to do that.
That's what they do, I think.
Yeah, they put their strap-ons on. So,
yeah.
I have all of the uniforms for the PWHL, and I have the descriptions as provided by their website. So I'm just going to read word for word what they have to say about each of these uniforms, and then we'll discuss them. We'll talk about, I think we'll do letter grades for each of them, what we think about these A through F.
Sure.
And we'll go from there. So the first one we're going to talk about, the Boston Fleet. Boston Fleet. Anchored by the team's signature B across the chest, the Fleet's home jersey features a deep green base, complemented by oceanic blue accents on the shoulders, sleeve stripes, and waist. The classic hockey design incorporates alternating bands of color, forming a wave-like pattern that evokes a strong connection to the sea. The numbers on Boston jerseys carry a unique wave motif inspired by the crest, further reinforcing its maritime heritage. Guys, what do you think of these Boston Fleet uniforms?
Time out. You said that those shoulders and the stripes are oceanic blue?
That is what they're calling the oceanic blue.
That's straight mint green.
Yeah, it's like a mint green, yeah. But they call it oceanic blue is what they're calling.
God, they're fucking wrong.
Don't they have a blue? Don't they have a blue on the logo?
Yes,
yeah, it's like a navy blue in the logo too.
Yeah.
That's the biggest load of marketing bullshit I've ever heard. Oceanic blue. That's fucking green. It's mint green.
Yeah, it is mint green, but they call it oceanic blue.
It is mint green, and I gotta say, it looks mint.
It is quite mint.
That jersey is mint.
You like that jersey?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's good colors. It's I like the stripes. The logo, I could take it or leave it, but
Yeah.
I like, and on all these PWHL uniforms, in the number font,
Big fan of those.
they do a little something in the font for each team.
Yeah.
So, like, we see the Fleet has little waves in the numbers.
Those waves.
I like the waves.
Waves are good. It's subtle. It's a good looking uniform.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean,
It's not bad.
most new things these days in terms of sports uniforms suck, and these are pretty good.
Yeah, and I think overall as a league, they didn't do anything crazy. They're all different. I like that they look, and we'll get into them all, but they all look different, but they all aren't over the top. Lots of classic elements, but these Boston ones are good. I kind of like that. I don't know. I was going to say I like the green one better, but I like the darker green shoulder yokes on the white one. When I was a kid, my favorite hockey jerseys were always the white home jerseys.
Yeah. Why is that? Do you think?
I have no idea. I always thought they were just better looking.
Yeah, I like this logo a lot. I think it's a cool, because they've got the oceanic thing going on there, so it's kind of an
like
anchor.
A fish hook.
It's like a fish hook or like an anchor. I think it more looks like an anchor, kind of on its side.
I think it's more of a hook, though.
Yeah,
Look how spiky those are. Those are hooks.
Yeah, but isn't that like what an anchor does?
The backside of the B looks like an anchor. I see both. It's one of those images where is it the old woman or is it the young lady? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I see an anchor.
I see a hook.
As far as color combo goes, I like the color combo, like the the forest green and the oceanic blue or whatever they're going to call it.
We call it mint in the Uni-Versed.
And
it's for our listeners.
You're right, Gary. Like all of these PWHL unis, they are all different, but they all are similar in a lot of ways. Like they'll have the same kind of number font, but with just different elements within them.
Yeah,
they all have like a block letter numbering on them, and then they have incorporated in them for the Boston Fleet like that wave motif that is along the edges of parts of the numbers as well. I think it's a good look.
It's a good look.
Yeah, there's just nothing wrong with it, really. It's a solid uniform. The only thing that maybe on the white uniform, the stripes towards the bottom of the sweater there, I'm not loving all the mint going on there. It's a little too minty.
Too minty.
I don't know.
Too minty.
It looks fine.
It should just be like the green and the blue, almost with a thin mint.
With a thin mint, yeah.
You want a thin mint? Like
I want a thin mint. Yeah. A frozen thin mint, nothing better. God, I wish I kind of had some of those right now.
Oh, I wish I would have not been gluttonous and
eaten all of them.
You ate all of your thin mints
by the sleeve. Do you usually go by the whole sleeve?
No, I don't.
No, but I mean,
have before.
I'm pretty disciplined.
You got to do at least 3 or 4 though at a time.
Yes, you take them out as a stack. And
you twist them all
up, and then you put them back in the freezer, and then they come calling your name again. You do a stack like this.
Jay measures by his dick size. That's how big a stack is for thin mints.
That's like a good 2 inches.
Yeah. Thin mints.
Get a good 2 inches of thin mints.
How big's your dick? About 6 thin mints. Tall.
I call them thick mints,
thick mints.
So what do we think letter grade wise? What are we going to give these Boston Fleets?
Boy,
I'm gonna give them the same letter grade that's on that chest logo. A nice B.
Yeah,
I was going with the same thing. I was going to give it a B.
Solid B.
Solid B.
For these bitches.
There you go, Gary. I was wondering when the first
people were waiting for
getting on women's sports thing that we could get Gary Brandville here.
When are we get? How quickly can we get canceled? This one.
I will say, PWHL is great hockey to watch.
Yeah,
I haven't watched any of it.
You can fucking watch them on YouTube. Speaking of,
nice.
Me and Jay
pull
were
it up
talking.
right now. Probably rather watch that than listen to you guys. I'm telling you, this is like the NWSL. It's way better soccer than the MLS.
Well, I'm not going to say it's better than the NHL.
No, I'll say that about soccer.
Gary, would this be a good entry level hockey for someone that's not into hockey to get into? Like, should I get into PWHL?
You could. You could. Well, fuck, we won the fucking Walter Cup, man.
This is where I should get into it. I should get into it.
Yeah, you might be right, Jay. This could be
a championship
stepping stone.
Get into championship hockey.
I like it's good.
Let's do it.
It's good to watch.
We should all go to a game. The three of us should go to a fucking game, and we can record live from the game. Hey, we were on Uni-Versed, the preeminent.
They're looking for all the.
They're looking for interviews. I bet
anybody to cover them that they can.
Good idea
for this.
Let's do it.
I like this.
I like it a lot.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's figure it out.
Let's figure this out. Okay. Solid B on the Boston Fleet. Speaking of
the Minnesota team, so Minnesota Frost is next. The Frost home
jersey. Getting the same letter grade as their fucking letter on their shirt.
The Frost home jersey embraces the chill with a deep purple base that channels the spirit of Minnesota winters. White accents on the shoulders, arms, and waist add a crisp, icy contrast, capturing the sharpness of the frozen landscape. Light purple details introduce a modern touch, blending seamlessly to create a layered, frosted look that embodies both the intensity and elegance of the frost on the ice. The jersey numbers feature a motif inspired by the shape of the team's crest, bringing a distinct edge to the design. What do we think of these Minnesota Frost unis?
Yeah.
Don't all talk at once.
I was waiting for John to go. I will.
I don't have much. Go ahead.
I think they're great. I like them a lot. I like the two purples.
You like the double purple, huh?
I like the double purple. Real handsome. I also like that, and this is kind of a side note, I like that they went with a black breezer and black gloves.
I do like those.
Because I do. It just breaks it up a little bit.
It does break it up. It makes it less cartoony.
I like the white numbers on the purple home jersey. I don't know, it's good. Again, they didn't overdo anything. Very simple, very classic looking. I like it a lot.
What is the little design thing in the number? There's an F.
Like an
icicle. The frost.
It's just the logo. It's basically just.
It looks like it looks like kind of like an icicle bit, like coming off of the F. I don't think it's quite an F, but it looks kind of like an icicle, like the F crest has.
Yes,
okay. I see. I mean,
I'm not crazy about the name, honestly. It's fine.
The name leaves something to be desired.
The thing we did at the Wild.
It's same with the Boston Fleet. Like, I don't know. Like,
all these, you'll find the names
they're all fucking bad. I think
are all bad.
They needed a second revision on the names. I think
they sure did.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk to you guys about that when they revealed these names, and I thought they were all fucking dumb. Like,
they're all underwhelming.
Yeah, they're just bad.
They feel like very like they went to too many focus groups.
Yes,
and they were like, okay, like we have 10 names. Like, what do we all think of these? And like, this was the least offensive of them.
Yes, exactly. For all of them.
Yeah,
for every single one.
Yeah,
but either way, the jerseys are good. I'm glad they're using purple.
Yeah, it's like a Vikings purple and then a lilac.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate the color combinations. You know, if you're gonna name your team the Frost, the logo looks good.
Logo,
yeah, the logo is fitting.
The logo is fitting.
I was worried about how it would look on a hockey jersey, though, because it's not symmetrical. It's just
good point.
It looks okay
for a lot of these unis. This one reminds me of like an NHL logo. It looks kind of like a Tampa Bay Lightning logo, doesn't it?
A little bit. Mm-hmm. But again, the Lightning has the circle around it to make it look more of a crest.
See, I think the colors are helping it not look like a 90s like street hockey
Street hockey.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
It's kind of what it looks like to me a little bit. If it was a different color, if it was like black and red, it would totally be like a 90s street hockey thing.
I have been getting so much random highlights on Instagram of pro beach hockey, which was remember they used to play it on they used to play it on ESPN2 all the time back in the early 90s, but it was roller hockey. It was like the pro beach hockey league or something, but like behind the net, it wasn't like a normal hockey arena. It was like curved up, so if you shot it towards the goalie but didn't hit the net, it would like fly up and the ball would swing back around into play.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
It was almost like a half pipe. Like you'd hit it.
Was there like a net back there or something that would bounce off?
No,
it come off of
it was
the
just,
half
no.
pipe?
It was like a half pipe almost.
Could you skate
Okay.
up on it?
And they're playing in the sand?
No. It was on rollerblades.
Oh.
Like I don't know why they call it pro beach hockey, just because
weird.
for a name, but it was not on a beach.
So
yeah.
Speaking of weird hockeys, my so on my daughter's soccer team, one of her teammates' dad, he is on a underwater hockey team, the national U.S. national team, and they've won won the championship. He was in it and won it more than once, I believe. Like underwater hockey
in scuba
Why don't
gear
they
or
call
something?
it underwater polo?
Because it's not polo. I you know what, I've talked to him about it and I still don't understand. I still haven't looked it up yet.
We're getting sidetracked, but I looked up pro beach hockey, and one of the first things that comes up is this jersey for this team called the Salsa.
When I stopped sharing, it stopped recording.
Okay, so we got to go through my whole salsa bit.
We gotta go through the salsa again. That was gold. I was gonna put that on the episode art.
That's all it was gonna be.
Yeah, just that salsa jersey.
We missed your salsa stuff, and we missed your hockey area underwater.
What's up with the? I think our podcastle is
They're ambushing us now.
They are.
Yeah.
It's intentional.
Yeah, fuck you, Podcastle.
Tom from MySpace.
The amount of time that I spent dicking around with trying to get this shit fixed.
Yeah.
That's what took us so long to record. Podcastle was jerking us around.
We're packing up.
Listeners, our recording
to Riverside.
Podcastle. If you're ever going to start a podcast, don't start with Podcastle.
No.
Bullshit.
Well, you can start with them.
You can start with them.
But then you're not going to
get your first 10 or so in. What are we grading these?
Pull up
Jay, let's have you give the old Minnesota Frost our first grade.
Yeah, I will give the Minnesota Frost a, and I'm just grading the uniform. I'm not grading the team name
for sure. Yeah.
I'm going to give them a B as well. I like the look of them. I think like I said, if you're going to name a team the Frost, I think the logo is fine. Like, it looks good. I like the color combination is good. The light and the dark purple together. It doesn't seem like it would be a good color combination, but it is. Like, there's enough contrast there to make it worthwhile. And the black breezers and black gloves really do add something to it, Gary. I didn't notice that as a feature. I just thought it was just all hockey players wore black breezers, but maybe that's not the case.
No, well, the Fleet, they had the blue, like the navy blues gloves and breezers.
Oh, I guess they do, yeah.
But yeah, I like the black breezers. I'm gonna give it a B+. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. They went again with everything. I feel like they went very conservative and didn't get too crazy, which is good, but could have given me a little something more. But
I gotta say,
I'm gonna amend mine. I'm gonna give them a B- because I'm looking at the Boston Fleet. And I'm looking at the Frost.
You're looking at the stripes, aren't you?
I'm looking at the right shoulder, where they have a Woody Creek Distillery
I was waiting for you to
on it, and so they're getting a negative minus on their jersey.
They've got an advertisement.
Boston Fleet doesn't. They don't have
not
one
on this
their
picture, you joker. I bet they do.
I don't know.
I think we should. You said not grading on the name too. Let's just go back one, and let's also just add our grade on the name of Boston Fleet.
Okay.
We all gave them B's for their jersey, right? For the Fleet. Yeah, fitting for them.
I'll give it D.
Ooh.
Yeah, Boston Fleet. I don't know. It's a C. Yeah, I wish it was something different.
I'm gonna go C plus because it's not bad. So the Frost, I will give a C plus for the jersey, and I will give
C plus.
Yep, and I'm going to give a C for the name.
Well, you don't like the what is?
I didn't say I don't like it. C plus doesn't mean I don't like it. C plus is fine. It's just not as good as the Boston ones.
I think it's much better.
No, for the color. Okay, how about this? You change the purple scheme on here to a blue and a light blue. Blue and a light blue. No.
I'm going to stop you here.
Yeah.
Because with hockey jerseys, the striping and the shoulder yokes and everything, the colors matter.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can't swap out colors and be like, let's do the... Okay.
You can... I'm telling you right now, take the dark purple and put in a nice blue, and then you take the lilac and you put it in a nice sky blue, like a baby blue for it. So you've got a two-tone blue in there, and it fits with the Frost motif. Then it's icy looking.
Well, we're going to get some two-tone blue, but I like the purple.
No. It's fine.
I'm going to go as far as saying, let's just Pittsburgh, the whole fucking state, and do purple.
So you want the Twins and the Timberwolves to also be purple?
Correct.
And the Wild?
Yep. I want the Wild to not be the Wild. No, I don't really want that, but...
Speaking of Pittsburgh, do you guys catch any of the Hard Knocks in season?
We were talking about that before you came on.
Oh,
yeah.
Shoot.
I'm
we recorded a whole show. We recorded a whole Hard Knocks episode.
Did you? Damn
yeah, we got a new podcast. Hard Fox.
Just reviewing every episode of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
I just finished the first episode. I liked it. It was good. That's all I gotta say.
I don't know if I finished. I think I watched the first one, but yeah, it's good. They picked a good division.
Yeah, they did.
All the teams are interesting.
Getting some of that AFC.
Give me more Jameis. Give me more Jameis.
Yeah, that lore in there, like we talked about with the fucking Bengals-Browns connection. And
yes.
I didn't realize the Steelers were named by Cleveland.
Well, the logo came from the Cleveland.
Steel.
Yes, that's it. Yep.
What
are those called, Jay?
That's just the U.S.
Hypocycloids?
The hypocycloids. That logo came from U.S. Steel, which is a Cleveland-based company.
Right.
Back to the Frost.
Yep, sorry. Go ahead.
Their name, I'm giving them a C. However, the name that is on this jersey that we are looking at, Zumwinkle, that is like an A+ hockey name.
She's great. She's real good.
She's really good.
So is she the Nazi that we drafted, or who's that one?
Nah, this girl. I think Zumwinkle's from Minnesota.
Okay, that sounds like a
that is like a quintessential hockey name, Zumwinkle.
I think she played at UMD. I don't know.
So who is that Nazi that we got? Didn't we draft one?
I don't know.
Or at least she's some sort of offensive to someone.
Listen,
I don't know. I read it a while ago and I stopped. I don't remember. And this isn't a podcast that goes back and double checks things.
No, we're not doing that. Anyway, I give the jersey a B, the name a C.
A B and a C. All right. Okay. Next.
Ooh.
We have the Montreal Victory.
We call it Jason, this is the Victoire.
Yeah.
Victoire?
You were down in stinky France for not long ago. This is Victoire.
The Montreal Victoire. All right. Yeah. The Montreal Victoire Anchored by the burgundy base, the Victoire's home jersey reflects Montreal's timeless elegance and strength. The navy shoulders and dynamic sleeve design draw inspiration from the angular lines of the team's crest, adding a sense of movement and precision. A bright blue stripe accents the overall design, providing a vivid contrast while maintaining a classic style that honors the heritage of both the city and team. The jersey numbers are adorned with a fleur-de-lis motif, reinforcing Montreal's cultural pride. Guys, what do we think of the Victoire jerseys?
Victoire?
I like them.
Victoire.
Absolute
Listen.
Victoire by Montreal here.
Oh, big time Victoire
Yeah,
by Montreal.
these are
A near perfect hockey
These are the
jersey.
best name, too, I think.
So far.
Yep.
The only thing I don't like is the angular stripe on the bottom of the sleeve. Like if you just did a
Fine with that.
regular 90-degree stripe, but man, the little hint of baby blue.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
And then it's on the cream color jerseys on the numbers as well.
Yeah, I love the cream color jersey like that.
That is a
That
great,
looks so good.
great sweater
Real
there.
And if you notice on the cream color jersey, the number, at least on the sleeve, is that burgundy is the number color, and then it's the baby blue out.
Yes.
around it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
It does.
These are a masterpiece.
This is Daddy's favorite color combo too, isn't it? That burgundy with the baby blue.
Yeah, and you know
throw
what
the
I
navy
also
into it?
love? I love when you replace the white with some cream.
Oh yeah, big fan of that.
Can't go wrong.
Daddy loves the cream.
Daddy loves the cream.
This is good.
Cream for daddy. Yeah, these are good, and it's the best name that we've heard thus far.
Yeah.
And spoiler, it's going to be the best one we hear.
I believe it. I was gonna say, I'm just gonna assume that it's the lighting in the picture we're looking at on the left, but the breezers are looking pretty light compared to the rest of everything going on there. But I'm just gonna chalk that up to the flash on the camera.
I think it's the flash.
Yeah.
So
Because
it's
it's a
a
different
reflective action.
material.
I think it's straight navy, like the
Yeah,
gloves.
that makes sense. Fantastic. The logo is fucking large.
It's large,
but
good shape though.
It is a good shape, and it doesn't really bother me. It should. No. It should. My brain's telling me that this should be offensive to everything that you believe in on a uniform, but this is
Big logo.
It's working. It's working for me.
It is working. I used to be the same thing when I was a kid. When I was a kid, the only sport I cared about was hockey. Mm-hmm. And I the Masabi Daily News used to put like the logos of NHL teams like with the scores in there, and like I would cut out, and when they were in color, they'd be in color, and I'd cut out the logos and I'd put them above my bed. But a bunch of random NHL logos. But I was always annoyed. I was like, you can't just put the name on the crest of the jersey. You just got to have the logo. The name on here looks good.
It does look good. If you didn't have it, it would be fucking weird.
It would. You wouldn't know if it was a bird or a fleur de lis or what is
it. It does have a bird. I was gonna say it does have a bird. Like,
oh, I've just seen that.
It looks kind of like wings and a tail, like the logo does, with like the fleur de lis being the head of the bird.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
this has got it going on. This is a slam dunk.
It is.
Dang, even the ad on the right shoulder.
Oh yeah, it fits, man. It's a Canadian.
It's like, what is it? Air Canada.
Air Canada,
is that what it is? And it's just a big
leaf.
maple leaf. Like if you're gonna have an ad, once again, like the Minnesota United having a big Target ad on there, like it's less offensive when it kind of fits with what you
know what I'm doing. If I'm Air Canada, you know what I'm doing. I'm even doing this for these guys since they're a Canadian team. I'm even going. All right, you can change my my red to match the burgundy on my logo.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. They should.
I like that.
Yeah, these jerseys are great.
They really are. Are we just Montreal Victoire fans now?
We might be.
Well, I don't know. I'm not, because I got to be a homer. But I would not. I would rock this jersey.
Oh yeah, we do.
It's a good looking jersey.
Yeah, We do have to cover this
Nothing wrong with it.
like reasonable press, when we go to the Frost game, so we can't be picking favorites yet.
If you were to buy one of these Victoire jerseys, which would you want? Would you want the burgundy or would you want the cream?
Cream.
Oh, Sophie's choice, but yeah, I think it's the cream.
The cream just looks so good.
But the burgundy looks good too.
It does.
The burgundy looks good too, but like the cream
really
exists.
The cream is so yes. That's exactly right. Yeah, I would too.
That baby blue on there that's it, man.
Talking to you. It is. It's so subtle. And it's not in the logo. It's not anywhere else.
It's barely there. Like
I'm going to give you a little taste.
Yeah, it leaves you wanting a little bit more, but it's not.
Does.
It's not like God. I need it. Otherwise, this jersey sucks. It's just that's good. It's a
great accent.
Yeah,
great.
It's perfect.
So
great.
I'm
going to double up on A's.
I'm going to go double A. Arn Anderson, this bitch, spine buster it. Fuck it.
I'm going to give them an A on the jersey. I'm going to give them a B plus in the name. I still think that, as far as the whole league goes, like it's so far, and, we haven't talked about the others. It's the best of the three that we've talked about so far for sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's just French. If it wasn't French and it was victory,
not nearly as cool.
Dog shit. But when you say, "Oh, victoire," real good.
It's great.
Cool. So we're in agreement. These are fantastic jerseys that we all kind of want to buy.
Yep,
love it. Yeah, for sure.
100%.
All right, victoire.
I do see. That's the thing is like. If I had a hockey jersey, which I don't own anymore, I feel like I wouldn't wear it all that often. Oh wait, I do have one. I still have that North Stars one.
You have that North Stars one?
I still do have that. Yeah, I would wear this. I would fucking wear this all the time. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's cool shirt.
We call them sweaters.
I know we do.
They do call them sweaters because they go all the way down to your wrists, Andy.
Ooh, I got.
You know what else goes all the way down to my wrist, Jay?
Hey, this guy's 12 thin mints long.
12.
A whole sleeve, baby.
Your whole sleeve?
Yeah, a whole sleeve.
We got some Victoire coming up in March.
Ooh.
March 26th, the Victoire at XL.
Ooh, we should go to that one.
We should go.
Also January 12th.
Let's look at some games and let's fucking make it happen.
The 28th. Should we just leave Christmas? Go Christmas?
Yeah.
28th is Christmas bird count. In Alexandria, can't do that.
Christmas bird count. Okay.
We'll talk about Christmas bird count a little bit later because I just did one last week and I'm doing another one on the 28th.
Get your notebooks and pens out, everyone. We got to do our Christmas bird count.
Our yearly Christmas bird count.
How many birds did we get for Christmas? I was gonna say we got another one we should think about going to too. Is in March. I just saw today that Messi is coming.
Oh, I saw that.
Play the Loons, baby. That'll be fun. Who knows?
Fun.
The guy plays like 5 games out of the whole fucking season. So
he ain't playing.
Really? He just kind of like.
Oh yeah, he's injured most of the time. So he's just fucking doing. He plays when he wants.
I was at the Mall of America a couple weeks ago, and there are so many Messi jerseys like in those sports shops and whatnot. Like that's like a hot item. Those pink unis. They look really cool, but Messi's everywhere at the Mall of America.
I'm over it.
All right, should we talk about the New York Sirens?
Do we have
if we have to?
Jesus.
All right, New York Sirens. Inspired by the hexagonal shape of their team crest, the Sirens' home jersey captures the spirit of New York's multifaceted energy. Angular sleeve stripes echoing the crest's geometric form combine the city's signature navy, orange, and gray hues, creating a striking modern motif. The lower waist reflects the same hexagonal pattern, grounding the design in New York's intense and dynamic identity. The numbers on New York's jersey feature line work inspired by sound vibrations echoing the city's constant hum and buzz. Guys, what do we think of these sirens uniforms?
Buzz kill, if anything.
They suck.
Yeah, these do suck.
And it's not, I don't know. It's too much. The logo's horseshit.
Oh, God, yeah.
At least their name ends in an S, which I always appreciate.
Yeah.
But it's a stupid name. If you look at the teal, what are we calling this? Shitty copper? I don't know.
Shitty copper.
I don't know. But if you look at that jersey, if you look at the numbers on the back, on the little cutout that we're looking at, listeners, you can't see any of the blue. If they got rid of the blue and they did that jersey, they did just the the orange copper with the tealish with a little bit of gray and orange, and kept it super simple.
I can see that.
Did no shoulder yokes. That would be way better. It would almost look like a California Seals.
Yeah, it seems like they have one too many colors. Because they've got the navy, and they've got the teal, and they've got the orange, and they've got like the gray, and then the white.
And that's not even mentioning the fucking logo. We'll get to that in a second. No. But the jerseys themselves, you're right. I mean, it could go either way. Actually, looking at it, it's like if you change the logo completely, if you just kind of close your eyes a little bit and put your finger over it, the jersey is maybe not so bad. No, it's still pretty bad. Never mind, they're bad. But I do like the number, the lines, like the vibration lines on the number. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
I like
it gives it some action.
I think I don't like that orange.
See, I like if you get rid of the navy, and the gray, I like the orange.
Yeah. I don't mind the orange either. I think the orange and the teal work well together. You know how much I love the Dolphins, and it reminds me very much of that.
Yeah.
The Dolphins like orange is a little bit more red than this, but it leaves a lot to be desired. And the logo itself, man. There's a clusterfuck. Listeners, the logo says sirens in front of an N and a Y that's kind of squished together, but you can't really tell that it's an N and Y unless you squint your eyes a little bit. And then on either side of sirens, there are these like echoes of the S on both sides. Yeah, and
like it's shaking from
it's
vibration.
Shaking. And I don't know. I think it's the execution on it isn't great.
It's sloppy and it's lazy.
It's lazy, yeah. It looks like a bad cut and paste job. Like a bad Photoshop job.
So if they went with if they still keep the name and go with like a Greek mythology siren like that for your mascot, I mean, and factor that into the logo or something, sure, that could be cooler. Mm-hmm. And maybe don't have all the whole name of your fucking team on it. New York Sirens it's all spelled out in the logo. Like no logo should have the whole entire fucking name of the team in it. That's just, come on. We've been doing this for 11 episodes, right?
We should be able to look at it and identify it without telling us what it is.
Yeah.
Like the Victoire.
The Victoire. Shit. It says the name of the team right there, but it doesn't say Montreal in it. So
it doesn't say Montreal, but it does say Victoire.
Yeah, but it looks good.
Yeah, see, it's just stupid. I was gonna say the Victoire logo, like you kind of get lost in it, and the lettering is an afterthought. Yeah. Like your eye goes up there after.
Yeah.
But that Sirens is all stupid. It looks like a WNBA logo in the league it looks like the Liberty when they first came in the league, like the colors, and I just don't.
The font, everything.
It's a mess.
I think it's doing to me because there's those extra S vibrations coming off of each side. It looks like it's squeezing that NY.
Yes,
that's what I said. It looks like it's squished together.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it looks like the NY logo is like bursting at the top and bottom. So it looks totally like a shitty 90s logo. That's just not. It looks bad. What were they
does not work.
What was I thinking? They're terrible.
Yeah,
What was I
it's
thinking?
not a fabulous look. That's for sure.
No.
There's no sponsor on it, though.
There's no sponsor.
No one wanted to.
Going for that. No one wanted
People
to
saw
put their
that
name
shit.
on this.
Fuck.
It turns
Keep me
the other
away.
way.
I don't hate the way that they. I mean, the fact that the thing that they have on their numbers on the back are just those lines. I don't hate that. It actually
No,
No, it's
cool.
cool. It's kind of cool. I'm on board with that.
that's the best element of the whole uniform to me is the fact that they have those lines like that on the back block numbers as the accent. But
Yeah, no doubt.
So Gary, you can answer this, and this is probably going to be an ignorant question because I don't pay attention to the NHL nearly enough, but I noticed on all of these uniforms, the shoulder, what do you call that? The shoulder
Yoke. The shoulder yoke. Yeah.
Yeah, this part going with the neck band, it's all the same.
collar?
That
Yeah,
collar?
the collar, yeah, it's all the same design for everyone. Like it's the same. There's no like variation in that. Like no one's got any. Like, is that a normal thing in the NHL too, or is you got variation?
No, you get variation. It changes. So like these are all Bauer jerseys.
Okay.
When Reebok had NHL in like the early 2000s, late 90s, they were all different. Adidas collar was kind of similar. They were all similar, but they weren't like that. Like they were different. Like
I was wondering if anyone puts like a stripe down the shoulder instead of this band type thing they got going on.
Yeah, I think that's a conscious decision by PWHL. They all have the shoulder yokes are the same.
Yeah.
And it all has the PWHL logo on the shoulder.
Yeah,
in the same place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious. That makes sense.
It does seem like they've made a decision. Like all of our teams are going to have a pretty uniform general design, but we're going to allow with different striping options on them.
Sure. I'll go ahead and grade first if you'd like. I'm going to give the jerseys a fucking F, and the name is going to get a D minus, just because maybe the imagination could go to a mythological siren.
Yeah, I'll give these double Ds.
Double Ds. I'm gonna give the jerseys. I'm gonna give the jerseys a D, and I'm gonna give the name a C. The name leaves something to be desired, but it does end in an S. So it's getting a couple bonus points there, but the jerseys. Fuck it. The jerseys are getting an F because they're bad.
There you go.
They're really bad.
The logo is so bad. Like it's one of the worst.
The logo is awful.
Couldn't even give these jerseys D's nuts.
Oh, listen to you.
I know.
Your mother-in-law is listening.
I'm awful. I don't think she'll keep listening. Probably not.
No, there's no chance. In this episode, she's not making it this far.
No.
That's for sure.
I'm willing to bet you maybe put it on to when she woke up in the middle of the night and couldn't sleep
She's
anymore.
like,
Maybe she's
I wonder how many Thin Mints long Andy's dick is.
All right. Continue.
Continuing on, we're talking about the Ottawa Charge. The Charge's home jersey energizes the ice with its vibrant red base, embodying Ottawa's unyielding drive. Dark and light gray bands run across the sleeves and waist, adding depth and a sense of momentum, while a bold pop of electric yellow pulses through the design. The overall look captures the energy and intensity that defines the Charge's fierce presence on the ice. Custom numbers on the jersey incorporate small electrical charges, adding a spark to the back of the jersey. I want to just say, this is not something I wrote. This is something that PWHL wrote.
Yeah.
Right? So
This is all J copyright.
Yeah, copyright.
what do you think of these? I will say that this is one that also really looks like a NHL jersey. Like the logo totally looks like Calgary
it's just
Flames.
like Ottawa, or doesn't
Calgary
it?
Flames.
Calgary. There you go.
It looks like someone prompted ChatGPT or some AI to say, make a logo that looks like the Calgary Flames logo without fire. Yeah. It still looks like a C to me.
Yeah, it does look like a C.
Yeah.
For charge.
The thing is, it's not bad if it wasn't such a blatant ripoff.
Yeah. It's not, I don't know, but it's not good either.
No, but it's way better than I think maybe by comparison, just after looking at last.
You guys aren't familiar with Centennial hockey, like Lionel Lakes area, like their school is Centennial School, but so they have a logo, Centennial, that's similar to the Calgary Flames, except it's just not a flame. It's just it's like a charging C going across, and that looks good. This looks bad. That's what they should have done, is done the Centennial logo. I'm going to see if I can find it, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it. But they should have ripped off a high school and done that logo. It looks like a bad AI logo.
It does. I don't mind the colors of the jersey, though.
No, I don't like the gray. The gray,
I was going to say, I kind of like the gray.
I don't mind the gray.
Get out of here. No?
Gary, this is, if you change the, get rid of the yellow, this would be like a fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I do like the yellow on there too, Andy, though. As far as overall look of the colors are fine. I think the logo is the thing that kills it for me. I wish
it's
they had
a
yo-yo
logo. Kind of.
It looks like a yo-yo. It totally looks like a yo-yo.
It does look like a yo-yo.
Another street hockey team, like a rollerblade.
Yes, it looks like a rollerblade.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they wearing that?
Why are these all street hockey teams? 90 street hockey teams. This whole league is.
Where's the salsa?
Expansion team salsa.
And I'm not saying anything, so we haven't laid eyes on all these carefully, but I haven't seen any hockey sticks in any of these logos, and I'm kind of disappointed.
I am too now. Again, a focus group type thing,
right?
Let's see. Oh yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure it wasn't.
We don't want to focus on the C of the charge, but we also don't want it just to be all about Ottawa.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, well, so what do you think of this one versus this one? We're like, well, I like how I don't like how this one focuses too much on the charge, and this one focuses too much on the O. We're like, well, let's just blend them together then.
Yeah, can you put them together and see what that looks like? Oh, that's perfect.
That's cool.
I like that. Doesn't look like a yo-yo rolling across the ground or a fucking rollerblade wheel at all. That's really cool. I totally see the lightning bolt in it.
As far as ads on the right shoulder go, it's fairly unobtrusive because it kind of looks like their logo. I don't know what the fuck company that is.
Yeah,
it's like fine. It's like an F that kind of looks like
Scotiabank. That's Scotiabank.
Scotiabank.
It looks kind of like their logo. So.
About the in the numbers, what did it say? Custom numbers on the jersey incorporate small electrical charges. Those don't look like fucking electrical charges of any sort to me.
Those are they look like the little speed lines that come off of this.
It's like the top speed line.
Yeah,
on the OC.
Yeah. The OC.
The OC. They should have just been calling themselves the OC.
They should. Yeah,
these jerseys aren't terrible. It's that logo.
No, they're not. It's the jerseys are fine.
The numbers, it's all good.
Yeah, I actually don't mind that number thing they got going. All of these jerseys have had cool little number accents. I like that.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Yeah,
but
I like that they all are the same but different because they all have that little logo, that number thing going on, but they're all different to incorporate their own logo feature to it.
Hey, did you notice anything about those arm stripes?
Straight across.
Yeah, straight across, baby.
They don't connect, though? Do you notice that?
None of them have.
Yes, none of them have.
None of them have? That's the first thing I've noticed.
Underneath, under the...
Is that a typical hockey jersey thing, Gary, or is that just peanut butter?
It's just... They usually connect.
Yeah. That's just these.
I was going to say, you guys got a problem with that, or... Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I do a little bit,
Claw don't. I don't think the Frost do either.
No, they don't. All the same, yeah.
They all have that.
Ooh, go back to the fleet. I just noticed all the God. Now in comparison, they do have a lot of stripes in those.
A lot of stripes down there.
We do have a lot of stripes.
Very stripey. It's good. Oh, those Victoires are so good.
Victoires, they're dogging.
They still look. They're looking good every time.
All right. So the Ottawa Charge. What are we giving these jerseys and the name?
I'm going to give the name a D. I think it's super underwhelming.
Yep.
I'll give the jerseys a C-.
Wow.
C. The jerseys are pretty good. It's the logo is so stupid.
Yeah, the logo is bringing them down. I'll give them a C too.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Like the name is underwhelming. Like what the fuck does Charge have to do with Ottawa? Like a lot of these names actually have something to do with the city, apart from maybe Sutton's. But like
and maybe we're missing it.
And Fleet, like they all have something associated with the city.
Charge.
But this just doesn't make sense on so many levels. So to me, anyway, I don't live in Ottawa, so maybe they really have a lot of people charging around or something.
Car chargers. Yeah, they're really big in electric car charging stations.
They're in charge because it's the capital of Canada. They're in charge.
Yeah, maybe they're in charge. Yeah.
Which is even stupider than any other reason.
That's the worst. Yeah, I'm gonna go with your same grade on those. They're fucking that's stupid. Jerseys are fine without the logo. Names dumb as it gets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's next?
What's next?
Ooh.
Oh, look at those.
We have the Toronto Scepters. The Scepters home jersey reflects a modern, confident Toronto with a rich blue base that captures the city's leadership and pride. Navy paneling along the sleeves and waist brings depth and contrast, while clean, precise yellow lines and a matching collar add sharp, dynamic details. The striking gold and yellow of the team crest stand out, creating a look with bold presence, embodying the energy and spirit of Toronto fans. Custom numbers nod to the Scepter's crest design. Guys, what do you think of the Toronto Scepters?
What do you think, Jay?
I like
What do you
them.
think, Jay?
I love the colors, the team name. I like the logo. There's not a lot I don't like about it. I think I like the Victory slightly better than the Scepters.
The Victoire.
I like the Victoire slightly better than the Scepters. There's not a lot to dislike about these, I don't think. I like the interlocking TS with the spearhead at the top of it that they have going on for their logo.
I gotta agree completely. I was pleasantly surprised seeing this after that last one. These are pretty nice.
The blue and yellow color combination, it's always a winning combo in my book.
Yeah, you got some Chargers colors going on here.
Pretty close.
Yeah,
not as light. The color combination is great. The logo is way too generic for me. It looks like a stock logo from like a video game.
What?
On a creative team.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I really don't like it, and I don't like the name at all.
You don't like the Scepters?
Why not? The Scepters is cool.
Does nothing for me.
I
I like the other thing on the white jersey that I don't like. The bottom stripe is the lighter blue. It looks odd.
What?
Wait, the bottom
stripe, or is it navy?
No, it's navy.
Oh, okay. I thought it ended there.
Oh, it's just a really short one, like a belly shirt jersey.
I don't know what they're trying to do with this league.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
The colors are great. The logos, I don't like the name.
That logo. I think as far as logos go, it's second best in the league.
I agree, Jay. I'm with you. It's pretty cool. I think
if the sleeve stripes went all the way around too, those would be good.
That would be
those.
That's the whole league, though. It does that.
Yes,
yeah. It's not as bad as my brain wants to say it should be, but it doesn't bother me that much. It's not like looking at a Patriots uniform, right?
Yeah.
No.
I think when your arms are down, it doesn't look as bad, but like these pictures where the players are holding their hockey sticks the way that they are, you can see
really
that the underside of the arm, the stripe doesn't go all the way around. But that's
the thing. They're never going to have their arms just down.
Yeah. No, but it would be quicker movements, though, I feel like, and farther away.
Yeah, but why not just put them all the way around? Like
No.
it does. There's no.
I feel like that's Bauer doing that.
Well, they're saving a few bucks on
For
the
the
extra
template,
stitching. There.
yeah. Like they're like, we got this template. You go with the stripes, don't go all the way around, and then they give some bullshit reason about like, and they don't rub against the body, and it makes it makes you faster. Shut the fuck up.
They just got fucking lazy.
But these are good. These,
yeah.
I want to see. I don't know the white jerseys. I want to see what the numbers look like. I mean, it looks like the lighter blue with the navy outline. But
yeah, it looks like.
I just want to see what it looks like. These are pretty good. They're no Victoire.
They're no Victoire. I think they're second best in the league.
They are solid.
I don't know. The logo still bothers me.
No, not me one bit. Me and Jay are on board with that logo.
I know you are.
It's I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give the jerseys a B, and I'm gonna give the team name also a B.
I'm gonna go A minus and A minus on the jersey.
Okay.
On the name.
I'm gonna give the jerseys a B. I'm gonna give the name a D.
Wow.
I really don't fucking like it.
Why? What's so offensive about the scepters?
What don't you
There's
like about the
nothing to
scepters?
Why are they the
Nothing,
scepter?
dude. It's a fucking badass spear.
It does nothing for me.
Huh.
I feel like I think this is why they did it, but I feel like I think it's a bullshit name with their color combination. I think they're trying to lure in Buffalo Sabres fans.
Yeah.
Which you're in fucking Toronto. You're in the fucking biggest city in Canada and you are not doing your own thing. You're trying to lure Buffalo people.
It's right across the way, man.
Yeah, but you're fucking the biggest city in Canada. Don't fuck around. Take pride in yourself.
What should they be? What's a better name for them?
I don't know.
What would you rename these? The Maple Leafs?
Come on, think of something. Yeah.
Toronto ladies.
Toronto ladies.
I don't know.
The Lady Maple Leafs? Was that what you were rather than be, Gary?
Lady Leafs.
Lady Leafs.
I don't know. I don't know. The name is just not moving the dial for me. None of these names are.
You haven't come up with anything better, so don't.
It's no sirens. It's no sirens.
No, definitely not. Or the charge.
So we can all agree that the best are definitely the Victoire.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
100%.
Those
For
are
sure.
no bones about it, the best.
When I read the names of all of them when they first came out too, it struck me right away. I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Victoire.
But we're going to go to a Frost and maybe Victoire game.
When did I say that was?
March or something.
We'll figure it out, maybe.
We'll figure something out. It doesn't have to be against the Victoire, but
Yeah, it can be against anyone. We should
maybe
go
let's take a weekend. Maybe we should take a weekend trip to Montreal and go see a Victoire game at home.
Get your passport.
Mm-hmm.
Get your
Get the
shots.
shots, baby.
There you go. Let's go.
And go back to.
I bet the Victoire Scepters games get a little rowdy.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
There's got to be
Start
rivals.
some riots.
Or we could maybe we could watch them play against the Charge just so we can just heckle the hell out of them.
Boo. Shitty.
Ooh, nice name.
Shittiest
Cool logo.
Your logo stinks. Your jersey's a B, but that logo is a F.
Just the most absurd heckling. They'd be like, what?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're not ragging on us. Just our logo, and
We're just here for the fashion.
we have a podcast.
Well, we don't know enough about Ottawa, but what's a charge? Why does it have to do? Are you in charge?
Having full conversations with players on the ice.
We gotta get seats right behind the bench.
Oh yeah.
Today's episode is brought to you by Irma's Finland House. Irma's is a Nordic lifestyle shop established in 1967, specializing in unique imports that celebrate Nordic design. You know, guys, it's my 10-year anniversary this year, and
congratulations, Jason!
Thank you. And my wife and I, when we got married, we registered at Irma's Finland House, and we still have the dishes and the things that we registered for to this day. We use them all the time. Good shit that they have at Irma's, I have to say. Quality dishes and stuff.
You know, Jay, that's funny. When I got married too, you know, we got some really nice stuff from Irma's, from Gary actually, and I don't like to use it honestly because it's too nice. I feel like I don't want to wreck it. I already broke the pitcher though.
It's meant to be used.
It's meant to be used.
The carafe is broken. I'm sorry, but the glasses, those are great. I love them. I love the feel of them on my mouth.
Use them. Hey, that happens a lot at Irma's Finland House. We just in my nice big house here up on Northside, we just poured a nice big slab of concrete. And we're putting a nice sauna out there. That's my favorite thing from Irma's Finland House. So, Daddy's got to build a sauna. We'll have all the sauna scents, which are always good.
Sauna scents, you know I love those.
Daddy likes the eucalyptus. Big eucalyptus fan.
You know I do too. It's my favorite. I tell you what, every Christmas, since I don't have a sauna of my own, but I want one. But I buy my. Where is it? Where can I get a sauna?
Irma's Finland House and irmasfinlandhouse.com.
Absolutely. Well, every Christmas, I buy my in-laws something for theirs, and everyone's always just loves the shit. So keep up the good work.
Hey, thanks, babe.
You can visit Irma's Finland House at their brick and mortar store in Virginia, Minnesota, or online at irmasfinlandhouse.com. All right, should we move on, boys?
We've been recording for a long time.
Yeah, feels like it. Let's go.
All right, next we're going to talk about the Winter Classic. So the Winter Classic is coming up on December 31st. This year the game is going to be in Chicago at Wrigley Field. I assume that means that they're going to line the boards in ivy and let the puck get lost in the vines.
Oh,
Gary,
right.
As the resident hockey guy, what can you tell us about this game?
Yeah, the NHL started doing these outdoor games. I don't know. It's been a while now. And they've done a few more, but the Winter Classic is like the creme de la creme. They have the Stadium Series too, but the Winter Classic is the good one. All the teams get a nice throwback inspired uniform, and it's not. I think at first they were doing like real throwbacks, but now they're just doing like a faux back, an inspired throwback inspired one, and they're usually pretty good. And now we have two. Chicago's had it a few times, so they've had a few of them, but we get the old St. Louis Blues coming up.
Yeah. Chicago Blackhawks, St. Louis Blues. Let's take a look at these guys. So, first we have Chicago. Chicago's uniform pays homage to the Blackhawks' rich heritage. And I got this description from NHL's website too. Chicago's uniforms pays homage to the Blackhawks' rich heritage while introducing distinctive new design elements. The jersey features a classic lace neck collar reminiscent of hockey's earlier days, complemented by vintage cream color that captures the nostalgic spirit of the original Six era. The front crest includes stars from the Chicago flag, and the back numbers incorporate subtle pinstripes, a tribute to Chicago's deep baseball tradition, since the game is being held at the home of the Chicago Cubs. Guys, what can we say about these Chicago Blackhawks unis?
Well, we get some more cream back.
We do get a little cream. I like a cream.
It's always a good thing. Cream with red is always nice.
No. These guys racist too? This team name we call them racist.
Here's the thing.
Give us some background here.
You can't throw. You can't throw an Indian head on there. You can't do it.
I think they're called Native Americans.
And that
too,
one
right?
is particularly bad looking, at least on this jersey. Like, man, that's
I think we call them original Americans, don't we? Isn't that what we went with?
Listen, I don't know. Original Americans.
Wasn't that a joke we had a long time ago?
It was a joke. He's about old people. Yeah. Original Americans. That was the joke.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sorry.
But I mean,
yeah, probably don't need it.
And you don't need it. And it's never going to go away, though, because, it's a classic logo. It's not, people are going to say it's not offensive. I don't know. It's not it's still a fucking dude's face on there. But here's the thing with the Chicago Blackhawks. I don't even think they were named after the Blackhawk Indian tribe.
Oh.
I think it was named after, I'm looking it up right now, but I think it was named after like someone was in like the Blackhawks, like some helicopter army battalion or something. But you guys tapped in, so we'll look it up.
Why don't we?
He was a commander. Okay, this McLaughlin character. Frederick McLaughlin, Chicago coffee tycoon.
Oh, good.
He had been a commander in the 333rd Machine Gun Battalion and the 86th Infantry in World War I. The division was nicknamed the Black Hawk Division.
He just loved black coffee so much, so everyone called him the Black Hawk.
You know, they should have just changed their name to Chicago Black Coffee,
or like in like Trailer Park Boys, where they call him what was the name that big cock or whatever. Like, they keep on thinking that they're saying cock, but he's saying hawk. It could be the Black Hawks.
Yeah,
so
that would be less offensive, right? If they were the Black Cocks.
Yeah, just a giant big black dong on the logo. There's a tube of Thin Mints.
Thin Mints as a logo. Yeah, I mean, but realistically, they could just change their logo to like a generic black actual bird hawk.
I'm sorry I said anything. Get back to the jerseys. Who cares?
No, we need to say it.
Yes, I know we did. It's Black Hawk. The guy was a Black Hawk in the army. Okay, and the logo sucks. Don't do it anymore.
Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do the tomahawks.
No.
Yeah, and also, their logo on their sleeves is a C with crossed tomahawks across it too.
I kind of like that though.
See, but you like it for the same reason that people like the main logo.
Yeah.
No.
Because it's classic and clean. No, that's the thing. Nobody that's the problem. You're not thinking about Native Americans.
Fire axes. They could be fire axes. Chicago Fire.
Yeah, they could just be
that's it. Yeah, they could just why? Okay,
Firehawks.
You got a Chicago. You got a Chicago team. You're named the Fire.
There was that already.
We have
soccer
that.
Team.
Yep, an element that burned down your city not once, but twice.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay, that's what you're gonna go with. I think you know what? Maybe that's more offensive than probably the Blackhawks.
Well, it's debatable.
I don't know. Is it?
This is probably the podcast to talk about these issues.
Why not?
This is jazz, baby. This is jazz.
This is verbal jazz.
Listen, this is verbal jazz. Three white male straight guys.
Commies
talk about
all communists. You're talking about this.
Yeah. All commies with various sizes of
Thin Mints.
Yeah,
Thin Mint tubes. How big is a Thin Mint tube, my man? Yeah. How many stacks deep? Anyway, these jerseys, they're cool. They're handsome. They're a cool jersey.
I like the stripes all the way across, like the front and the sleeve stripes. That looks really cool and clean. The red. It looks awesome. I like the overall look of them is cool. I like the subtle pinstriping on the back numbers. I think that looks cool.
I didn't notice that until you pointed that out. I don't like the font where it says Blackhawks Chicago on the front logo, it looks a little too modern. I don't know where it just looks like it doesn't fit for
It's
me.
rounded. The edges are rounded, I think.
Because I think they have a similar logo like this before.
Yeah.
And it was a different font, so I think it's just throwing me off. But overall, it's a great look.
Do you like those Zunatics made jerseys, Gary?
I don't know. They looked fine from what I've seen. I haven't seen one in person yet, though. I was very skeptical about them, but
I think it looks cool in the picture like this, but it's hard to tell. I like the neck thing they got going on there. That's cool looking.
Mm-hmm. I was going to comment on that, like the what they call it, the laced up collar. Like it looks unnecessary. It's literally just like adornment. It doesn't serve the actual purpose.
Yeah, and that's how like all companies are doing their laced up collars, because a lot of teams have it, but it's just do it. I just do the real laces and just.
No one wants to tie that out there with those fucking gloves on, man. No one wants to have to try and tie those.
Well, I'm not saying they got to tie them.
Come on.
I'd rather see a little bit more than two little strings going across.
It is just one X of, I think even two X's of strings going up would make it look a little bit more realistic. I don't know.
That black thing looks like armor underneath there, almost. Looks like you got a
black thing.
The black collar on
the collar?
It looks like it goes underneath that.
It does look like it's like
it does a little
double layered.
Mm-hmm. It looks cool. I dig it.
No, it's a good jersey though. It's good. I like it. It's a good one.
Nice looking jersey. What would we give them letter grade wise?
Grade wise?
Grade wise, I'll give them A minus.
I'll give him a B.
I'll give him a B. I'll give him a B plus too. I like it.
If you got rid of all the red, it would be like
I'm gonna give it an A minus.
There we go, Jason.
Yeah,
it's good.
There's not a lot to not like about it. It would be a full A if they didn't have a big Native American dude's face on it, I guess.
Yeah, that would help. Oh, look at those!
All right, we'll talk about the Blues next. The Blues uniforms pays homage to the St. Louis hockey heritage. The jersey's primary wordmark represents the first time in team history that a blue note is not the principal design element appearing on the chest. The front styling and numbers are inspired by an unworn prototype Blues uniform from 1966, and the jersey also includes a newly designed vintage-style blue note on the shoulder. Lastly, fleur-de-lis designs are featured on the inside back neck and hem loop labels to honor the city of St. Louis. Guys, what do we think of these St. Louis Blues jerseys?
This looks like a legitimate sweater. Like it looks like an actual sweater.
Yeah,
like something Ditka would have worn. Like he had those Bears sweatshirts with the stripes that go across the chest and arms.
Yep.
But St. Louis.
And I'm not hating it.
No.
Cream.
The cream is where it's at, man.
The cream is where it's at. It is cream, and we've already talked about
blue and gold.
That's that bone.
Great. Blue and gold, the winning combo.
Mm-hmm. I do the Blues logo. The what do we call it here? The blue note.
Blue note.
Yeah.
It's one of the great logos in all of sports, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So not having it on the jersey feels like it should downgrade a little bit, but I do like just saying it St. Louis, the little T in there.
Yeah, I like the little T.
I like it. And I like the font. I like the number font.
The number font's great.
Number font is not like a straight like block number like the.
It's got a serif on it.
It's got a serif. It's a little bit
Times New Romanish.
But
I don't know what you call it.
It seems to be similar, and I don't know. It fits with the Blue Note logo for some reason. Like it seems like it's almost styled after that. Like the way that like the angles and like the it feels St. Louis-y. The logo.
Does it make you want, and we're this podcast now, this is jazz.
Yeah, this is
so the Blues, is something a little bit out of our comfort zone.
really
It is. It's a little sadder than I'd like it to be, but it's working right now. It's working for me.
And
it is.
What do you think of St. Louis having a music genre as a team name for their...
St. Louis works, man. St. Louis fits.
It fits for the Blues. It totally does.
No, Utah having the Jazz, we know that doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't.
No.
But this one works.
It does work.
This one works.
Now, what do you think about the fleur de lis inside the collar there?
That seems out of place to me.
The only reason it seems out of place because I think look at those is the Nordiques, because the Nordiques have it so prevalent. Right. But like, if you look at the city of St. Louis flag, which is a pretty handsome flag, it's on there. And St. Louis, it's obviously Louisiana Purchase, St. Louis, the whole thing. But it's good. Subtle stripes. It does look like a fucking sweater. Jay, go to that next picture with these two next to each other.
Yeah. It looks less like a sweater there.
It looks less like a sweater there. It also looks a lot more underwhelming next to the Blackhawks jersey. The Blackhawks are going with the cream or the faux leather gloves, which is always a smash hit for me.
That guy got away, 300 pounds for the Blackhawks there? He looks like a big boy.
You know, that's the other thing. These
those stripes
Fanatics jerseys are a little blockier. I don't know what the deal. They're not slimming.
I don't know. The St. Louis guy looks normal. The other guy,
white slimming. Foligno,
he looks like he belongs in a bar rather than a. I don't know.
I think most hockey players kind of do look like they belong in a bar.
I like those copper colored gloves he's got on there.
That's what I was just saying.
Yeah, the
leather.
Sweet. Yeah, the Blackhawks players are wearing like copper colored gloves, like leather looking gloves, and the Blues have like blue breezers, blue gloves, blue helmet.
I like that look.
I do like on the Blackhawks jersey, the number is in the front of the helmet like that. If you look at the top of the helmet, like on his forehead, I kind of like that.
That's just cool. Standard NHL now.
Well, it's not in the St. Louis.
Blues guy doesn't know it.
It might, maybe it's just this picture. I'm not sure, but I would think they would take the picture as it is. But
yeah, it's a good looking game.
It also throws me off because the St. Louis guy has the captaincy on there. Mm-hmm. And it looks like there's a lot of real estate up top with just the St. Louis across his midsection. Yeah. It looks a little weird.
I like it. I think it looks good. I actually like the St. Louis one better. We didn't grade that one St. Louis one yet.
Let's grade the St. Louis jerseys.
I'm giving it a straight A.
Straight A?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I'm going to give them an A-. I can't, looking at them side by side, I couldn't tell you which one I like better.
No, that's the thing. Like they nailed these, both of them.
Go ahead.
The Blackhawks have had like many Winter Classic jerseys now, and so far all of them have been very good.
Yeah.
So if you go back to the St. Louis picture, I was realizing what makes it look extra sweatery is the way the blue is on the collar. It looks like he's wearing a collared shirt underneath, like the collar's coming up over the sweater, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because it's not like a full, like solid, like all the way around. Like there's a little bit of an angle to it.
If they did it all blue for that collar, that might tip it into a nice direction, but
still
put the middle patch where the NHL logo is, put that gold, and then do the rest that blue. Instead, they got the undershirt the polo shirt underneath sweater look
like a
going.
Polo shirt
Yeah, interesting.
Whereas this one just looks like it's a
straight collar,
another T-shirt underneath their sweater.
Yeah. It's almost like a leather shirt underneath.
They just wear a leather shirt underneath.
It's good to say leather shirt.
Classic leather shirt. I'm also noticing that St. Louis doesn't have like the laces on it.
Yeah,
either.
They're not going.
They decided to go. That's also why it looks more like a sweater because there's no lace.
Yeah, they should have done a few buttons, like a 3/4 button coming down.
That would look really. That would really break up that real estate you were talking about.
It would. That's true.
I think they should put a zipper on it.
Yeah,
It's the full zip.
they should put
full zip, top to bottom,
all the way to the bottom. Yep.
full zip leather mask with their leather shirt.
Yeah. This is a gimp.
I like St. Louis one. I'm going to give them an A- too.
A-. All right. Well,
Yeah.
look forward to it on December 31st. Watching these St. Louis Blues and the Chicago Blackhawks.
It's always fun. They're also. I mean, and then like whenever they put the ice in these stadiums too, they take advantage of it. So there's a college game there too.
Oh, cool.
Notre Dame is playing Ohio State, I think.
Oh, cool.
But Notre Dame has a special jersey, which is fucking weird looking. It's like basically like the Chicago flag colors.
Okay.
But it's got almost like a Cubs-esque logo.
What are they doing?
Yeah, so they got like
the blue
C with.
Why are they doing baby blue too? I don't like that.
A C with the Notre Dame logo in it. Are they that?
Trying to make it like the Chicago
They're in
flag.
Fucking Indiana, aren't they?
Yeah, but Indiana's right there. It's very
what's
close
the
to
C
Chicago.
for?
Chicago.
So they're going to be the Chicago Fighting Irish for a day?
Right. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
It's stupid.
I hate it.
There was a good, like their numbers are all fucky and shit. Well, that's the thing. Like
that school's going under.
You're Notre Dame. That school's going under.
Yeah, like the most recognizable college team in all of the nation. Like, why?
Yeah,
I fuck it. I fuck with it.
So like the numbers look good. I think.
Yeah.
But you're trying too hard to be Chicago.
Way too hard to be Chicago with that C.
Just be Notre Dame. Just be Notre Dame. You're the brand. Chicago. You're playing in Wrigley.
Into this.
Just because you're playing there, when teams play at a neutral site, they don't change their fucking logos to names to be.
It's technically a home game for them. One of the biggest brands in college sports.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Dumb.
So anyway,
well,
there's that. Well, we got back to it.
Do we have a little time for a little bird nerds?
Oh man. You were birding out, huh?
Yeah, so last weekend I went and did a Christmas bird count, and you were asking about what a Christmas bird count is. And Christmas,
we know.
What's that?
We know. You just count how many birds you got for Christmas.
Yeah, you count how many birds you got for Christmas. Yeah.
How many birds did you get?
And how many did you get for first Christmas?
I don't know. A lot of birds.
You did too many.
I thought you counted.
Oh, you didn't do a count. Too many to count.
Too many to count. Christmas bird count is like something done that the Audubon Society does to like kind of track how many birds are in any given area around Christmas. So like in December, they do these Christmas bird counts all throughout the country, and you get like this tight little circle of land that you're going to be getting as many tight little circle of land. I don't know. It's like 15 mile radius
states
circle.
A tiny little tunnel, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jay's tiny tunnel.
My little tiny tunnel. I went up.
He gives a tiny tunnel. The Audubon Society for a day. It's called the Christmas bird
count.
He gives up his tiny pink tunnel to the Audubon Society for his Christmas bird.
My Christmas bird count giving you a tight little circle.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
I went up to Alexandria and went birding with Natalie's dad all day long on Saturday. Woke up fucking 4:00 in the morning, drove up to Alexandria to go birding all day. And we saw a bunch of birds, lots of, like your typical ones you would see, chickadees and finches and whatnot. But we saw
robins.
Oh, what was that? Gary?
Robins now.
Robins.
I had robins
right
up here the other day.
Wow,
we didn't see any robins.
Confused.
But we saw I want to show you a picture. That's why I'm
Here we go.
because I took some pictures.
If this thing doesn't blow my fucking mind, you giving up your tiny tunnel wasn't worth it.
He doesn't even know how many counted either.
No.
Look at that all.
Look at that guy.
So we were
puffed up.
We were driving around, and we were just about to call it quits. And like we were doing it with a bunch of other different groups. We were out in cars, driving around, looking in people's bird feeders, but also like just driving around in the countryside.
Looking in people's windows.
Kind of. Like, it's kind of creepy. Like, we're sitting there, like, with binoculars looking in people's yards, and, like, sometimes people, like, look out their window, like, what the hell are these people doing?
Yeah.
And we have, like, this little yellow sign that says, official vehicle, National Audubon Society. Like, some people, like, will come out and like, what are you guys doing out here? And we tell them. But
get out of here, pervert.
Get out of here, pervert. Quit looking at our windows.
Take your tiny tunnel somewhere else.
But we were just about to call it quits, and we called in to the guy that was organizing, and we're like, we still got daylight. Is there any other places you want us to go? And then he gave us like another little part of the zone. And as we were doing it, I was just thinking like, we just got into like the area where we started birding. And I was just thinking, this would be a good spot to see some owls. And almost as soon as I started thinking that, like I saw, like kind of in the corner of my eye, I was like, oh my God, there is one. And we saw do you guys know what kind of owl this is that I'm showing you?
What do you got there?
I don't know.
This is a barred owl. And
it's a barred owl.
So we saw a barred owl. And we watched it for a little while, and it was just kind of hanging in there, perching, like looking around and stuff. Then it flew off. But I have some barred owl like facts for you guys. I know Andy's usually the guy that has the facts, but I thought I could bring some barred owl facts for some
Hit me
bird
with
nerds.
some facts.
Yeah.
No, this is jazz. What we're doing
This is
here.
jazz right here, baby.
Digital jazz.
This is jazz.
Digital jazz. So barred owls. Do you guys know what kind of sound a barred owl makes?
I believe it's more along the lines of
Close.
That's the sound of what Jay giving up his tiny tunnel to the Audubon for the day. Here I am for the day.
A barred owl, when they're making their sound, they go, "Who cooks for you?" It sounds like they're saying, "Who cooks for you?"
What?
Who cooks for you? That's like the sound that you'll hear a barred owl make.
Who cooks for you?
Who cooks for you is like the mnemonic that
my wife. Usually my wife.
So Gary answers them when he hears them.
barred owls typically prefer to nest in tree hollows, where they also use nests abandoned by other animals, from squirrels to red-tailed hawks, and nest boxes located in forest habitats. So they're like, I've seen them here in the Twin Cities where they're like in the classic little hole in the side of a tree. It's kind of cool to see them in that type of environment. So there
was, I don't know if it was a barred owl, but down at the Minnehaha Dog Park down by the river there, there used to be an owl that was in a hole in a tree that would always like peek out. Looks similar to this guy, but I couldn't tell you.
It was probably similar. It was probably one of these guys.
It was probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was always cool.
And they are incredibly territorial once they establish a nest, especially when they begin rearing chicks. They are known to chase away intruders by aggressively hooting or attacking and striking with their talons.
Ooh, you know what? When I'm rearing chicks, I get quite territorial myself.
Yeah, you do it.
You're really territorial when you're rearing chicks.
Yeah.
You're rearing. He's rearing chicks.
Rearing chicks. Speaking of rearing chicks, barred owls, they mate for life and usually have a single clutch or two with 3 white eggs each year. During the incubation period, which lasts somewhere between 28 and 33 days, the female sits on the eggs while the male hunts for food.
Is that a long incubation period?
Not particularly. It's like a month or so. Barred owls, right now, they are currently being hunted in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about that.
In the Pacific Northwest,
right?
They are considered an invasive species because they are kind of overtaking the territory of the spotted owl, which is endangered in the Pacific Northwest. And so they have come up with like a hunting plan to kill thousands of these birds in the Pacific Northwest in the hopes of bringing back some habitat for the endangered spotted owl. So
wow,
thousands of barred owls they have decided need to go in order to preserve the habitat for the spotted owls there.
Well, damn it. That was funny,
missed
though.
We missed a barrel of laughs there, guys. But maybe it's time. Maybe that's a sign that we should call it quits for tonight.
Listen, it'll all be in the episode art, but it will not be here.
I guess when I stop sharing is when we stop. I'd probably click stop instead of screen share stop. I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
That's okay.
Bad at this
rusty.
now.
That one's for us. That one is for us.
That's just for us. Gosh.
Whew.
Count. All right. Well, we got an episode in the books. Jay, you got well, we'll see how much you actually got recorded, but I was going to say you got a lot of time here you got to edit, so.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to have time to actually edit this, but I'll get it done as soon as I can.
Andy's mother-in-law can wait.
It'll be done before New Year's. I'll guarantee that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all
Merry Christmas episode.
Merry Christmas.
Watch out for the Christmas count on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Oh, the Christmas count. I love this fucking Christmas count.
I don't know how much of that we actually recorded, but we'll see. That's a joke for us, maybe only.
It's for us. Oh, it's good. It's good.
Today's episode was written and produced by Jay Danger, Andy Downs, and Gary Brandville. Our theme music is Stuck in a Funk by Liam Conger. Check him out on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube. Uni-Versed can be found on social media. We are uni.versed.podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Email us at universed.pod@gmail.com.